Hello everyone, today I'll be taking you through my presentation on the relationship between facilitation and the prepare for elicitation task. My name is Ann Bola and I've put together a few slides that I hope gives you some basic understanding of the importance of facilitation in the elicitation process, but more so in the preparation for it. Let's start by taking a look at what is elicitation. Elicitation is a drawing forth or the receiving of information from stakeholders or other sources. It is the main path to discovering requirements and design information, and might involve talking with stakeholders directly, researching topics, experimenting, or simply being handed information. There are three main tasks in the elicitation process. These are prepare for elicitation, conduct elicitation, and confirm elicitation. Preparing for elicitation is the first task in the elicitation process. The purpose for the prepare for elicitation is to understand the scope of the elicitation activity, select appropriate techniques, and plan for or procure appropriate supporting materials and resources. Two of the inputs into this task, as listed in the BA BOK 3.0, are 1. Needs. Elicitation can be used to discover the needs, but in order to get started, there must be some need that exists or pre-exists, even if it has not yet been fully elicited or understood. 2. Stakeholder engagement approach. Understanding stakeholders' communication and collaboration needs help in planning and preparing appropriate and effective elicitation events. Two of the outputs in this task, as listed in the BA BOK 3.0, are 1. Scheduled resources. This includes the participants, the location in which the activity will occur, and any other resources that may be required. Supporting material. That is, any materials required to help explain the techniques used or perform them. Some of the activities in the preparing for elicitation task are as follows. 1. Understand the scope of the elicitation. Business analysts prepare for elicitation by defining the desired outcomes of the activity. 2. Select elicitation technique. That is, deciding which techniques are best suited to produce those results. 3. Set up logistics. That is, establishing the elicitation logistics like how many people, which facility, what supplies, etc. 4. Secure supporting material. That is, identifying any supporting material needed for this. 5. Prepare stakeholders. That is, considering the stakeholders involved in the goals of the initiative and understanding circumstances to foster collaboration during an elicitation activity. Facilitation. According to the PMI Guide to Business Analyst book, facilitation is the collection of activities involved in directing and coordinating work among groups of people, such as those activities involved in the prepare for elicitation task. Facilitation skills for a business analyst involves facilitating work within the business analyst approach, such as facilitating decision making and organizational change, as well as facilitating activities supporting elicitation. We will spend some time in the upcoming slide to look at a few of these activities and establish their link to facilitation. Okay, so let's look at how facilitation ties into the elicitation task of preparing for elicitation. On my bullet points on the left, you will see facilitation activities, and in my examples to the right, you will find facilitation activities specific to the prepare for elicitation task. Now, these are just a few I've listed here. There are many more. 1. Schedule and plan meetings. Example, scheduling and planning for your elicitation sessions. 2. Invite appropriate members. Example, preparing the list of people for the elicitation session. 3. Prepare agendas and meeting materials. Example, preparing adequate information for stakeholders to understand what your elicitation session will be about. And 4. Maintaining control of a meeting. Example, prepare your own data for the elicitation meeting ahead of time to fully acquaint yourself on the topic. In summary, what we're saying is Good facilitation skills leads a BA closer to having a good elicitation session, which leads the entire team closer to having a good quality solution. As a BA, we have to facilitate work within the business analyst approach as well as facilitate elicitation supporting activities. The preparation for elicitation can seem overwhelming, especially for novice BAs, because of the many decisions that we have to make that can either make or break our actual elicitation session. The best place to start is with what you know and what you have, and it in turn will open up other paths or branches, and before you know it, you will start climbing that tree and have all your preparations in place for a successful elicitation session. Thank you very much.